watching this trash. Doggone freaking while we join the Marine Corps, seeing how Gen D moving. John George, see that Marine Corps deep in Paris. I ain't gonna lie, the Instagram page, whoever run that shit, top tier all time. But we about to get into this trash. Before I even go into it, I'm gonna shave my nasty little face. I can't be a hypocrite and not meet the standard. I'll be right back, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not doing all that. Now this motivator shit. I'm about to go start and record this video. I bet. Now, woo! This is gonna be a shade though, not going face. Alright, I gotta do. I get my shit back in regulations. Let's get to it. Let me read this code. Hold on. What's up for this? Sweetest living we have chosen to pay for discipline. Now that's those two words. Now I'm gonna big discipline. Let's see this shit out. Okay. Ain't too bad. Damn, what the fuck? Pause. I gotta go in this full video. Let's see. March 5th, damn. People still doing numbers. I'm gonna initial drill. Motivate is trying to motivate it. Yeah, he better open his fast mouth. Fast mouth. Let's get these captures going. Touch it. Just a serve. Oh, he just want. Oh yeah, the frick right here. Oh, he sees. Nah, that's a little motivator right there. Fight for freedom, fight for that doggone country. What you fighting for this country for, though? Hey, shit, I'm gonna pause that bitch, man. I gotta give it to the females, man. Motherfuckers enjoying fucking recording these players online. Especially, bro. Shit, I even remember the admin had come the fuck out. All the motherfucking troops who most likely became Marines now, hey, y'all fucking motivated to go, so I gotta just give a shout out to that shit. Like, the doggone freaking courage you gotta have to go to the Hardest Legacy. You know the differences between even like in the history of the Corps with black males, black females, and females overall. I digress to say anything no further, but if you know, you know. Article 114 before it was revised, and even before the UCMJ. You know military history, you know what I'm talking about. But everything I'm saying don't represent the DOD as Department of Justice and not in into an official capacity. Gal, let's get this shit continued. Oh yeah, this recruit! That shit got me motivated, doggone freaking this recruit, that recruit. Oh my gosh, man, shit like yesterday. And me, oh my, yo, doggone man, that shit. Oh my gosh, yo. Alright, let's continue this shit. Family, brother, mentor, inspiration.
Two of his buddies are in the army and he wanted to show he can.
Tagging.
Everything that he sacrificed to pay her mom back for everything that she gave her during those struggles.
Now you see, that's a motivator right there. 7-year-old daughter putting the family in a position of security, even though if you know and anybody's been in the armed forces or even outside, got in, got out type shit, know the long-term cost of distance. The doggone freaking field ops, the doggone freaking government first before your wife and kid, that shit. It took a toll on so many people. I even remember I seen your drone strike and how much toll it took on that motherfucker. And that shit even hurt me to that day, man. When he was on the people with that motherfucker. I could tell he was in a dark place when he was fighting that doggone stuff. And he that's that sound about one, man. That's the fucking epitome of the pain of this one. But hey, what this motherfucker was saying that shit take a toll on you, bruh. When you got the little doggo to fucking nasty little footlockers and you on STI freeway time, you look at your pictures of your daughter and shit, bro. Even me, I had 2 little doggo buddies looking at that shit like, you feeling no emotions, tied on doggo time, 4 or 6 weeks in, take a guys probably, I say about 4 or 6 weeks, whatever the number may be, and just seeing that shit. That little bit of time of peace and think counting the days toward down on Sunday, shout all that good old trash. That's a fact, bro. Just, you know what I'm saying, that recruit down on. Like, think about the weight in his mind and the psychological hold saying, I got a daughter, I got a wife. I gotta go ahead and go to the landline and talk to my SDI and pay these bills every single month, take care of my wife, and going through all the bullshit I see screaming at your fat ass mouth. Like you should be. But if I scream out my fat mouth, yo, it's gonna be, this entire house gonna break down, I ain't gonna lie, but I digress. Gotta use this doggone diaphragm over here, this trash over here.
Zuko says single mom, so she tried to give Zuko's daughter a because that she disagreed with
He
that.
ain't hopeless, man. Now you see, now that's, hey, but you see, like, that's the thing, man. Again, that dependence waiver, the recruiter had to see some shit in him, I ain't gonna lie.
Bad problem with authority. You want to get rid of that problem, so.
Just kind of run back around, back home. You want to break away from that. And it's really
I
hard
did the same thing too, man.
both as a leader and just as a man to become better as a man, be more disciplined, to challenge and improve himself both mentally and physically.
This recruit needed a change and wanted to do something more exciting and challenging. She was looking for
Oh,
a
now that's
challenge
motivating.
to give herself a challenge and a better life. A lot of people end up doing something they hate, and this recruit didn't want to end up like that and wanted to do something they like.
This group wanted to build a better foundation for the future.
That's all that's
At
all.
28, his life was lacking purpose.
28 down, that boy old as hell. I know his ass the guy. I get it, yo. Now that's that EGA shit.
Kids and grandkids will ultimately probably look for.
So hold on
They
legacy.
come from all over. They come for different reasons. But here at the Academy of Discipline and Sacrifice,
Now that's the second. Man, I'll do solemnly swear and affirm, whatever your first and last name is, to oath in the Constitution of the United States against all foreign enemies, foreign and domestics, I may bear faith to the allegiance to the state, to obey the President or the orders of his superior officers, the President of the United States, uniform all, road code and regulations according to the Uniform Code of Military Justice and regulations, so help me God. That enlistment. That's what we hold for, but you gotta pay attention to one doggone detail. The enlistment they about to re-swear again is to the Constitution. So every single one of who's gonna go and join the armed forces, it's to the Constitution. You're not swearing allegiance to a man. You're switching it to a code and a Constitution. Study your Constitution. Read the Constitution. Learn that trash. Because if you cannot know the system that you're swearing your life to, then you'll never be able to truly become free. That's all I can say to you. That's the good old things. I become a boost now.
they unite to become Marines. For 250 years, those before us have paid what is owed to breathe the blessed air.
Shit, I can't wait to re-enlist and get this trash done again. Mission number 2. Got 6 weeks in. Psychological. Now that's some motivation motivator. Now that's that Marine Corps. Now that's that Port Rail I know about. That shit got me motivated. Excited to get back into the fight. But hey, just wanna react to this trash, try some different trash. Hey, freaking, that's really all. I can't lie. Let's go take a look at that. Look at these little freaking comments. Okay, so yeah, a couple of these types. Okay, second battalion. March 5th. Oh yeah, yeah, I'll say that, man. This recruit's family, man. My goodness, man. Yo, I can't lie though, yo, imagine, I can't wait to see. Nah, I'm thinking too much, man. Hey, how much y'all enjoy that trash? It's just gonna be something different. Freaking. So I'll take a little bit of a different distraction from chess. Freaking Bobby doing so. Hey, I always say, I remember I was talking to some freaking guy. 22, 23, I got out, when I even wrote the shots, I was trying to get this. I was talking to someone, casual industry with Dollar Tree, Staten Island shit. And I remember even me, like, we was chopping up. I told bro, I said, hey, that's all I got. And we was kind of talking about investment and on that subject, man. I said, hey, anybody wants to become a boy, a man, or a girl comes to a woman, you go to doggone Paris Island. That's all you gotta do. You able to finally gain that ability to compartmentalize and not be enslaved to your own emotions, and understand that discipline is really the key to life. Even one of my favorite quotes I made up is discipline is doggone hardships to success. This story I'm bringing up because I'm just kind of yapping right now, but I remember the kid was working on casual shop. He was 23, 24. I said, hey, bro, listen, man, you ain't got nothing to lose. Look at all the benefits. It's gonna take a toll on you. Your body's gonna hurt. You're gonna have to grow up, and y'all gonna take a toll on your mind and body. But at the end of the day, the long-term benefits is gonna be worth it. I don't know what that young boy that, but hopefully, when I said to him, got to him, that hey, y'all stay disciplined. Get out.
Hey, freaking, so this gonna be the end part of this video. Hey, 044. Hey, freaking recruit thinks you want to use ED and think you are special, like you already earned the title in the ring. Don't worry, I got something for you guys too. Hey, don't study that. American flag, all of these it's going to explore pivotal moments with the Second War of Independence. Let's go into history. Simple. It's some good knowledge for everybody who understands the value of military history. Lessons behind it. History and symbolism. The American flag is more than just a banner. It's a living symbolism of the dominant nation's history and values. So the evolution of design, we're going to start on 3 keywords. And the guaranteed flag, 1775. The Flag Act of 1777. And the 15-star Bank in 1794. So, 1775, the first unofficial flag, Continental Congress. So Congress featuring the British Union Jack corner representing the colony's initial hope of reconciliation. Flag Act of 1777. The solid of the flag be 13 stripes, alternating right and right with 13 stripes and a blue field. Next on the flag was 15 stars. The 15-star flag. Freaking version that flew in the War of 1812, adding 2 stars, striped through the mountains, Kentucky, was added to the states and transitioning to the transition point where soon to become the Louisiana Purchase. That's years in the future. Symbolism of colors. Now, officially designed in 1777, sealed in the United States in 1782, assigned these meanings to the colors that should be applied to the flag. Redness is hardness and valor, blood and sacrifice. White is purity, innocence. Blue is vigilance, perseverance, and justice. Now let's go to the War of 1812. The Second War of Independence. The War of 1812 was obviously fight between the United States and Great Britain over maritime rights, restrictions, trade, tariff, all that good trash. British for the support for Native American resistance in the frontiers. The key drivers for this downward conflict was imprisonment, also frequently forced American sailors into service. Trade restrictions, ordering the Council block American trade with France during the Napoleonic Wars, which messed up supply lines and chains and all that good trash, and expansionism. Warhawks in Congress decided to seize British hold Canada and Spanish Florida, which transitioned to the new American and Mexican War, and this is the foundation of why the other key main wars where Congress had to declare war in the future into the last one of World War II. Now, the Burlington of Washington. In August 1814, British forces invaded Washington, D.C., setting fire to the White House and Capitol. It was a low point in American morale, but that flag was still there. Setting the focus through a military offensive to the vital port of Baltimore and Fort. Okay, let's go into the Battle of Baltimore and the national anthem. The defense of Baltimore and Fort McHenry became the strongest turning point that expired American national anthem. September 13th, look at that date. September 13th, 1814, British warships began a 25-hour bombardment. So a day and an hour after, Francis Thomas Keith, an American lawyer, was abroad to bid the shoot nearby. Negotiating the release of the prisoner, he watched the red glare of the rockets through the night, uncertain if the fort would hold. And by the dawn of early light, as the morning broke of September 14th, Keith saw a massive green garrison flag still flying over the fort and failed to break the defenses, and they began their retreat. Moving by the sight, Francis Scott Key made the download poem titled Defense of Fort McHenry. These words later set the tune of the popular British song Acladdin in Heaven. It wasn't until 1931 that President that president, that POTUS human, signed a law making the Star Spangled Banner the official national anthem of the United States. Let's summarize. 1812, U.S. declares war for the second time in history. Conflict between more maritime and territorial disputes. Burning in Washington, D.C., British forces occupies and burned the national capital. Fort McHenry survived bombardments. Key writes the poem. Battle of Baltimore in 1814, September. The Treaty of Ghent. Pre-treaty was signed, officially ending the war. Then 1931 was the National Anthem Act. Star Spangled Banner began the dominant freaking official anthem of the United States. The true chronology of this was the birth of Francis Key was August 1st, 1775, Frederick County, Maryland. 1786 was post-revolutionary period. It would have been around 7 years old. I thought he wrote it there, but that was my mistake. But it was actually September 14th in 1814. Obviously, to correct myself, at age 35, Key pens in the defense of Fort McHenry, and then obviously the official observation on March 3rd, 1931. It was the site of the Great Garrison flag surviving the 25-hour British naval bombardment inspired the lyrics. He wrote the words to fit the rhythm of the existing melody called Arlequin in Heaven, which was a popular song at the time. This is a product of the Second War of Independence and our immediate aftermath of the revolution for myself, which is wrong. So, to go even to it, say this. Hope that's some good knowledge for y'all. Learn some good trash. And freaking like, comment, subscribe, and stay motivated, motivators. Get it go out.